Have you ever questioned what the mark of the beast mentioned in the book of Revelation truly signifies? This mark, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, has been the subject of numerous debates and speculation. What does it mean? How will it influence buying and selling during a future tribulation? These are questions that have puzzled many a Bible enthusiast. Theories abound, yet definitive answers remain elusive. Stay tuned to unravel this biblical mystery. The beast, as described in the book of Revelation, is a complex and cryptic figure. This imagery, steeped in mystery and intrigue, has captivated and puzzled scholars and laymen alike for centuries. The beast emerges from the sea, a symbol often associated with chaos and disorder in biblical literature. With 7 heads and 10 horns, it is a figure of power and authority, bearing a blasphemous name upon each head. This beast is not merely a creature, but a representation of a system or entity that holds sway over the world. Its power is derived from the dragon, a figure often identified as Satan, who bestows upon it his own power, throne, and great authority. This paints a picture of a system that is not only influential but also rooted in deception and rebellion against God. The beast's role in the end times prophecy is one of dominance and persecution. It wages war against the saints, those who hold fast to their faith in God, and it is given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. This global influence underscores the beast's role as a formidable adversary in the end times. The beast is also a figure of worship. Those whose names have not been written in the Book of Life, a book believed to contain the names of those destined for eternal life, are compelled to worship the beast. This worship is a direct affront to God, further emphasizing the beast's role as an agent of evil. In essence, the beast is a symbol of worldly power and influence, a system that stands in opposition to God. It represents a future reality where deception and rebellion against God are widespread. But despite its power, the beast is ultimately subject to God's sovereignty and judgment. Now that we understand the beast, let's move on to its infamous mark. The mark of the beast, an enigmatic sign, carries a significant role in the book of Revelation. This mark, as described in the biblical text, is said to be received on the right hand or forehead. It is this mark that will permit the buying and selling during the prophesied future tribulation. The literal interpretation of this mark has led many to speculate about its physical form. Could it be a tattoo, a microchip, or even a form of biometric identification? While these theories often capture our imagination, they may not capture the full essence of the biblical text. Beyond the physical, there's a school of thought that views the mark as a symbolic representation. In the ancient world, a mark or seal often signified ownership or allegiance. Could the mark of the beast then represent an allegiance to the forces opposed to God? This interpretation aligns with the Bible's broader themes of spiritual warfare. But the mark could also be a set of beliefs or actions. The book of Revelation often uses symbolic language to convey deeper truths. In this context, accepting the mark could mean conforming to the world's systems and values that are contrary to the ways of God. As we delve into these interpretations, we must remember that the mark isn't a matter of mere speculation. It's a profound concept that holds significant implications for our spiritual journey. The mark of the beast isn't just about end times commerce, it's about spiritual allegiance and identity. So what do we make of the mark? Is it a physical sign, a symbolic seal, or a reflection of one's beliefs and actions? These interpretations aren't mutually exclusive. They provide us with different lenses to understand the rich tapestry of the biblical narrative. In the end, the mark of the beast serves as a stark reminder of the choices we make and the allegiances we hold. It challenges us to reflect on our spiritual identity and the values we embody. This mark isn't merely a symbol, but a defining aspect of one's spiritual allegiance. The mark of the beast isn't just a mark, it's a pivotal element in the prophesied end times. This cryptic identifier, as foretold in the book of Revelation, unfolds a gripping narrative of the tribulation period. But what role does the mark play during these turbulent times? Let's delve a bit deeper. The mark of the beast is believed to be a controlling mechanism, a way to regulate not just economic transactions, but also social activities during the tribulation period. Imagine a world where buying or selling is impossible without this mark. It's not just about currency or trade, it's about control. A world where every transaction, every interaction, has to pass through the lens of this mark. This mark is not just a physical or visible sign, it has a spiritual dimension too. It's a symbol of allegiance, a pledge of loyalty to the beast, and it comes with eternal consequences. According to the prophecy, those who accept the mark accept the beast's authority, essentially turning their backs on divine providence. Now, it's crucial to remember that the Bible often uses symbolic language to convey deeper truths. The beast could be a metaphorical representation of a system or entity, not necessarily an individual. Similarly, the mark could be a metaphorical symbol of allegiance and obedience to this system. So, the mark of the beast isn't just about commerce, it's about allegiance, obedience, and dominance. It's about a power play on a cosmic scale, where the stakes are not just earthly possessions, but eternal destinies. As we journey further into the book of Revelation, we discover that the mark is more than a prophecy. It's a warning, a call to discernment, a choice between divine authority and worldly dominion. It prompts us to question, in the face of tribulation, where would our allegiance lie? The mark thus becomes a tool of control and dominance in the end times. It's a stark reminder that in the grand scheme of the universe, the choices we make have far-reaching implications, not just for the here and now, but for eternity. Accepting or rejecting the mark of the beast is portrayed as a significant spiritual choice. Indeed, in the biblical narrative, this mark isn't just a symbol, it's a decision that carries immense weight, echoing through eternity. Delving deeper into the scriptures, we find that the acceptance of this mark signifies an alliance with the beast. In a broader sense, it represents an alignment with worldly systems and values that stand in opposition to those of the divine. It's a choice to prioritize temporal, material gain over spiritual integrity and allegiance to higher principles. On the other hand, rejecting the mark is no less significant. It's a testament of faith, a declaration of loyalty to divine principles even in the face of worldly trials and tribulations. It's a choice to endure hardship and persecution in this life, in anticipation of a greater reward in the life to come. But the choice doesn't come without consequences. The book of Revelation warns of severe penalties for those who accept the mark, including eternal torment in the lake of fire. Conversely, those who reject the mark, despite the temporary hardships they may face, are promised eternal life in the presence of the divine. However, it's important to remember that this choice isn't merely about accepting or rejecting a physical mark. It's about the decisions we make every day, the values we choose to uphold, and the principles we decide to live by. It's about where we place our loyalty, with the transient and material, or with the eternal and spiritual. The book of Revelation, therefore, uses the symbol of the mark of the beast to challenge us, to make us consider our choices and their implications. It invites us to reflect on our priorities and allegiances, and to make conscious, deliberate decisions about the kind of life we want to lead and the kind of person we want to be. The decision to accept or reject the mark thus becomes a defining factor of one's eternal destiny. So I ask you, what choices are you making today, and what do they say about where your ultimate loyalties lie? The mark of the beast is a fascinating yet complex biblical concept. We've delved into the mystery, shedding light on the beast and its symbolic representation, and decoded the mark as it appears in the book of Revelation. We've also explored the role this mark might play in the end times and how it presents a matter of choice for each individual. In this journey, we've seen that the beast, often interpreted as a figure of evil, is linked to the mark. This mark, a sign or symbol, is said to be required for commerce during a future tribulation. However, it's important to remember that these interpretations are speculative, based on the symbols and metaphors used in the apocalyptic literature of Revelation. We've also discussed how the mark and the end times are intertwined. The book of Revelation presents a future time of trial and tribulation, where the mark could become a significant factor. Yet, the ultimate choice, to accept or reject this mark, is up to each individual. But don't let the journey end here. The Bible is a rich tapestry of stories, lessons, and mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Continue to delve deeper into its pages, seek answers, and broaden your understanding. Remember, understanding such profound concepts is a journey. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep getting closer to God. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Before we wrap up, let's delve into some intriguing facts about the mark of the beast. Fact number 1. The number 666 associated with the mark is often considered a symbol of imperfection or incompleteness. This is because in biblical numerology, the number 7 is seen as perfect and complete. So, 666, being one short of 7, may symbolize something incomplete or imperfect. Fact number 2. The mark has been a subject of numerous popular culture references, from movies to music. It's been used to symbolize evil or corruption, and its mysterious nature has been a source of fascination for many. You might have seen it in a thriller movie, or heard it referenced in a rock song. Fact number 3. The mark has also been linked to various historical figures and events, often reflecting societal fears and anxieties. Over the centuries, it has been associated with different people who were perceived as evil, from Roman emperors to more contemporary figures. These facts add another layer of intrigue to our understanding of the mark of the beast. They remind us that while the mark is a symbol rooted in the Bible, its influence extends far beyond the religious text, touching various aspects of our culture and history. So, as you continue your exploration of the Bible, remember to also consider how its symbols and stories have shaped and continue to shape our world. Stay curious and keep exploring. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.